Hey everyone, and welcome back to the HellfireComms livestream. This is totally not the second time we're attempting this. Thank you to people who are watching the stream live to watch us fail at being able to read a guide, or fail at people, writing guides, whatever the case may be. We're back with Final Fantasy XII, the Zodiac Age, and we're here in old Arcades, where knowledge is power, and unfortunately when it comes to guides, knowledge is sometimes hard to discern what that actually means, so let's get on with what the game actually wants us to do, in that there are two specific people that we need to speak to. Also, doesn't do anything, but we can speak to these dancing Moogles here to get whatever this is.
At least it's not the Moogles 13.
Yeah, at least it's not Great King Mogglmog from Final Fantasy XIV either.
But yeah, in some randomizer communities, we have a saying, logic is just a suggestion. In the case of guides, I think knowledge is just a suggestion.
So, that guy right there, and I believe it was this one right here? Yes. So we need to speak to Beasley and the Lucky Man to hear about the fact that he lost a coin purse, basically. He lost some gold.
I think that's after we do the whole thing. Certain person that, well, we're kind of talking to said person, but certain scene.
Yeah, so that's where the guide said he was going to be, and why I got confused earlier, like the first time we attempted this. But if we talk to them, like the first time through, we end up knowing who they are, basically, because each NPC has a name, but you don't really get the specific name until you've spoken to them at least once. And so it is a good idea to speak to pretty much everyone just to get that introduction, I suppose.
Oh yeah. Especially because after this, spoilers for those who are watching this game for the first time, we have to talk to some NPCs. Although apparently it's 2 random NPCs, or out of 3. Because I opened up another guide just because stupid stuff. And it mentions, if Jules here mentions certain things, such as a bag of coins, or an ex-broker, then you have to talk to specific NPCs for those two.
Ah, okay. I've heard, or I think I've done in the past or read a guide or something, where the way past Jules here, the information that you need to satisfy him has something to do about those Moogles that were back there.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, because we've already gotten that information about the man who found the bag of coin. Jules sends us directly to Beasley, which I think we can, yes, continue heading this way. And the Lucky Man again? Nope. Okay, that's just the same thing that we already had before. Beasley have anything to say? Nope, that was it. Okay, back to Jules then. I always end up running the wrong way with the info back there. Nope, can't go that way just yet. I need to find Jules again.
Try leaving the area, then come right back to that spot. Because I feel like he disappears because of the cutscene, and then he just respawns.
Okay, yeah, let me zone out of the room and back in and see what happens. Oh no, he's back on this crate that he wasn't at last time.
Oh, that's... Oh, game, why are you so weird? Okay, so the guide wasn't wrong exactly. It was the game being stupid.
Yeah, because we spoke to Beasley and the Lucky Man, and then we spoke to Beasley again, and Jules did not reappear. So, yeah, this part's just kind of strange, I have to be honest.
So, Guide Maker, I guess I'll forgive you slightly.
Mm-hmm. The guide that we've been using is actually really great. The only issue that I have with it is that it's designed for getting the Platinum Trophy, And so a lot of the stuff that's in it is kind of worthless to us in terms of this playthrough, because I'm going to be honest, I don't know how much I want to do basically any of the extra content in this game. I'm kind of more interested in just finishing this and moving on to the next game that we're streaming, which I think is going to be pretty fun, because it's something that doesn't get covered a whole lot. But also the game after that is something I'm excited about, because I really want to cover Dragon Quest XI-S. I think I'm going to go with that one, because Atlas seems to be doing their thing with Persona, where they're like, hey, you can't stream this game, even though the new ports are stuff that came out 5 to 10 years ago, kind of thing.
Even longer, actually. I don't know what the hell Atlas is smoking.
Yeah.
I would say I want some of it, but not if it's making them make decisions like that.
No, for real. And so we have now reached the actual Imperial City of Arcades, and there's a lot to do here. A lot of that also involves information, and there's quite a bit to do in terms of that. Fortunately, most of it is optional, and we'll be taking care of it in a later stream. But there is a little bit that's required to do in terms of trading information, and so we'll have to do that much. And there's also one particular side quest that we can actually finish off.
And here we are in the capital.
I know.
And which side quest would that be?
That would be the Julie side quest. If you remember the girl that we helped in Nalbina, who was trying to get information on one of the Imperial officers. She figured out that the guy was scared of chocobos or whatever. And so if we actually go to her, we'll get a fairly rare loot item. And of course, because Balthier is, has some ties to Arcades, he's actually going to leave for a little while and take care of his own business.
So, yeah, similar to old Arcades, talking to the NPCs here is kind of helpful because it tells you the names of who they are, which is going to become very important soon, which leads into one of the worst parts of the game for a lot of people.
Yeah. Fortunately, like I said, we don't have to do a whole lot in order to advance the story, but in order to actually get some of the side quest stuff, we have to do all of it, which takes a while, and I'm not going to be showing all of that on screen, so yes.
Yeah. And you did bring up platinum trophies and all that. You're just reminding me that I tend to watch speedruns of platinum trophies.
Okay. And how long does it take?
Depends on the game, of course. I have watched the Final Fantasy XII one, and I think I mentioned it before how it took over 24 hours or 30 hours. But I think that one was on the PS2 version for obviously when trophies weren't around. So it was for the Order of Ambrosia rank.
Ah, okay.
Which yeah, the guy just was a trooper, and he still runs this game to this day, actually. But he does play all the different versions.
Yeah, I think the most ridiculous speedrun that I've ever seen was the Super Smash Bros. Melee all trophies. Because that's just completely down to RNG. After you complete, the ones that give you guaranteed trophies, at least. And I think that one was something like 50 some odd hours the first time someone did it. Of course, taking breaks between things as well, but I think they ended up getting the time down to 20 hours or something through, just luck as people kept running it. We picked up a couple maps there, but now we want to move on. And I think this is the correct way to go. We want to get to the area called Nilbas. Yes, that is correct. That's where we're at. For one thing, we want to go in here and buy some new gear, if there's anything good that's available.
Good point.
See if we can get any new weapons for anything. I could buy a rune blade if the kitten quest line had given me the reward last time. That would actually be free for me. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get the reward from it for whatever strange reason.
quest bugged out?
I think it was just that I needed to get to Arcades in order to advance it to like the next story trigger or something like that.
Well, you know what I have to say to that?
What's that?
Arcades nuts.
Arcades nuts.
We had to do it for 2023 too.
Excellent gear for our spellcasters here. Just really, really nice increases. I meant to buy 3 of those, but whatever. Some of this gear was free stuff that we could have gotten from treasure chests in Cedar Uplands. But I think we mentioned last time that the drop rate on gear from the Cedar Uplands is really, really bad. And it actually gets even worse in the next area, the Cerobi Steppe, which is actually an optional area. I think that was all that was worth getting here.
But at least the gear there is actually very much worth it, if you get it.
It is very worth it, and there are ways to deal with it through RNG manipulation. Yes, we need 3 chops, or basically pieces of wood, for whatever reason. I wonder if you can actually get here with 3 million gil and just buy them outright. I doubt it, though.
No, because I remember I have used cheats for Gil and it wouldn't let me.
I think Gil probably caps at 999,999. Maybe?
I think so.
Yeah, we've got to pay Jules more money.
If they want chops, I got some pork chops. Will that count? I mean, they're frozen, but they're still good.
Yep, so fortunately, Axel should have a guide open for how to get these chops, and I also have it written down in my notes of what characters to talk to. Basically, we need to speak to one character, get a phrase to memorize, and then speak to another one and echo that phrase back at them, and they will give us a chop. It doesn't really make that much sense, but that's what it is.
Yeah, pretty much. That's it.
Okay, this is the senior researcher. And so this will give us the words of encouragement, and now we need to find the failed researcher.
Thankfully, the game, when you don't know the NPC names, will just tell you that, okay, this is a failed researcher, at least.
Failed researcher. Okay, so we found one very quickly. The nice thing is that all of these stories that you have to share will always be with people in the same room or area, I guess. So I'm not going to have to go to a different room in order to find the right people. Which is great because Nilbas is actually the smallest of the 3 areas that we can go to right now. So it actually worked out pretty well for that. Let's see, the Gentleman Onlooker is going to give us another one.
Working up a sweat, so we need to talk to an eager crier.
Yes, yes we do. Nope, not this one. Vaughn just kind of getting pushed out of the way there.
Old lady is strong. What can you say?
Here's the eager crier.
Apparently, in Tales of Monkey Island Episode 3, you can get Dakava 1,000 grubs, but you have to do it one at a time, and he will make a replacement cochlea for the manatee.
Interesting. Those are a lot of words that I don't particularly understand the entire meaning to.
I don't either, because I never really played Monkey Island, but I can definitely understand, so you have to give him 1,000 of something that he wants, or do the actual thing that the developers expected you to do.
Let's see. The Worried Husband looks to be the last one that we're going to pick up out of our 3 required ones. He is worried because his wages have been halved. Yeah, that's probably worth worrying about. And we need to give that to, I believe, this lady, the materialistic woman, who is probably the man's wife, I would assume. And so telling her that the wages have been halved is probably going to make her upset. And if we go through the trouble of getting all 18, I think, of the chops, we can actually access a exclusive area for people that have all of them. I think we actually trade them for a sandalwood chop, and that allows us to go to a new area, which is required for one of the side quests that are probably going to be showing in the next stream, but otherwise doesn't really have much purpose as far as I know.
It's a 28 pinewood chops total.
28, okay, that's quite a bit more.
Yeah.
Also note that Balthier was already here. He just kind of already could get here.
Yeah, apparently he either has money or chops.
I could definitely believe that he already had the chops, but let's go ahead and grab this teleport crystal and save.
I mean, look at his hair. He definitely has chops there.
And very nice. That is our 69th save slot.
Nice.
Okay. I don't think there's anything else to do here. Nope. Sure can't do anything else there.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Was there not something else to do, or do I have to run over here? Oh, I have to trigger this cutscene.
You know, going back to crazy speedruns, I think I mentioned it before, but there is the 100% Baten Kaitos Eternal Wings in the Lost Ocean speedrun.
Isn't that the one's like 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My lord.
337 hours, 55 minutes exact, and that was done last year.
Mm-hmm.
People, it's not even like the only run. There's like 6 people total who have done this kind of run.
Yeah, it's the kind of thing that's like, why would you even bother? And you sort of have to question, why do I need to do this kind of thing. Okay, now that we've triggered these cutscenes, I think we can go speak to the cab and get to what we need to. Oh, Balthier gave Jules some chops to give to us, and Jules just did not pass the generosity along.
Oh, Jules. I'm pretty sure, like, Vaughn is just thinking, oh, I'm gonna kick you in your jewels later.
So if we didn't already know it, yes, Dr. Sid is Balthier's dad. I don't know if we had actually been told that yet.
Dun, dun, dun!
Ah, yes, this is where we get the you know where to go when we speak to the cabbie. I did not know that I had to trigger those cutscenes. I didn't put that down in my notes, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
And now we get to, let's see, probably one of my least favorite dungeons in any JRPG, if I have to be completely honest.
Oh, yeah. It's really not that fun.
I hated this one the first time I went through it, and I think I've hated it every other time I've gone through it. It's just not that interesting to look at. There's not really any variety in the enemies. I don't really like the boss at the end. I don't remember anything about the music, so I can't comment on that. And the way of getting through it is by switching gates between, I think, red and blue, which is just kind of never a fun mechanic, even though it gets used a couple times in this game. It's just not fun. The nice thing is that with the knowledge of the guide and the notes that we have, I will be able to pick up some pretty nice treasures that I did not know about in my previous attempts at this game.
Thankfully, the first area is not really worth it. It's mostly just moats, but yeah, later on it actually gets better.
Yeah, there's actually some really nice things, and I have what I hope is a pretty comprehensive list of like where to go to be able to get through this place without getting lost.
Also, can I just say, why is it that we could just fly up here and walk inside?
We proceed with caution.
Really?
No time for caution. Step to it. Sid's chambers are on the top
I
level.
just noticed that my volume for my capture got reset on my end, so that's why it was so loud for me. Like, it wasn't loud on the stream or anything, but it was reset to 100% for no reason. It's just a thing that Windows does sometimes.
Oh, Windows.
Huh. Well, not the first time we've seen a scene like this. Oh, one of these guys is alive. Huh. Alright.
Yeah, just kick him in the head.
Ah, I can't use that. So I guess I gotta keep going this way for now. Alright. We're going from the 66th to the 67th floor. And I have bad news. Despite the fact that we're going to be traversing from here to the 70th floor, for whatever reason, the game does not include a stop at the 69th floor.
That's not nice.
They just kind of deliberately left that one out, and no, that is not nice at all.
And that's also why this dungeon sucks. We can't go to the 69th floor. Come on.
Right, yeah. Alright, and turn north because we need to go in here to learn a little bit about the Doctor himself. Yeah, as Leogon is pointing out in the chat, we kind of just get this one theme, which was already what was playing out in the city, I'm pretty sure. It just continues through most of the dungeon.
See, Final Fantasy XII's music is pretty good, but when you're doing something like that, it's like, why?
Yeah, it ends up not being so fun.
Like, Square, you've done lab themes before. You could just do one for this one.
6 years, and ever since you got back, this. What madness found you there?
I'm amazed that you can read these papers, Balthier, because they kind of just look like gibberish to me.
They found us.
Thank you, Switch version, for having horrible textures.
No, we'll use their confusion.
I get the feeling like it's not that much better on the Steam version.
I don't think it is, because it's probably the same textures that were on the original PS2. They can only be up-resed so much.
I feel like that they could be up-res even more, but then again, that would yeah, you're right, up-resing. I'm thinking of something different, because we did play Resident Evil 4 on PC sometime last year, and big shoutouts to some of the modding communities, because they actually did an HD project, which is available through Steam now, which does like 4K level textures for the game.
Yeah, it's always great when you can find something like that. I remember there being a mod like that you could get for Xenoblade Chronicles to like drastically up-res textures and stuff, which was really cool. Let's see, I need to come in here and swap this.
That was on the definitive edition of Xenoblade Chronicles, right?
There's that, but there was also a series of mods that you could add in Dolphin for the Wii version that actually made it, in some cases, probably look better depending on how you feel about the definitive edition art style.
Well, you did say Dolphin, so okay, makes sense. It's Dolphin, an emulator.
Yeah. Alright. Apologies if I pause multiple times. I'm just stopping to look at my notes to make sure I'm going the right way.
We could go back to the 66th floor for the moats if we want.
No, I'm good. I might do that in my in-between session run, just so that I have the stuff, if I even really need to, because the thing is, the main reason I was doing that before was so that I could get a lot of the free gear that was in treasure chests and stuff that I had to grind for. But if I'm not going to be doing that, then I don't really think it's worth doing an in-between session run of a lot of places, but we'll see how I feel about that. I might do it anyway just because there might be some bonus things here and there.
Yeah, it might even be like a pretty useful spell mode, like, I don't know, Hastiga or something.
Yes, and we also picked up a Claymore, which is actually our first real greatsword so far, but I don't think Vaughn has a license to use it just yet, and it will be a while before he gets it, unfortunately. So, actually entirely useless at the moment.
I mean, you could try chucking it.
Yeah, I guess.
Wait, we don't have a ninja in the party.
Do I need to go back and swap again? Yes, I think I do. Okay. Yes, after grabbing the Claymore, I swap again and go back to the lift.
Yep.
Yes, the minimap gets scrambled here, which is not particularly helpful, and is also probably not the first time we'll see a scrambled minimap in this particular stream.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, I can't use the elevator because it's currently occupied. Alright, and we're going up to the 68th floor. Bosch got frozen in running animation.
He's just practicing his running man, that's all.
Alright, there's a couple random things we could do here if we wanted to. After we get rid of these random Imperial enemies. And more that spawn behind us, I guess we'll just fight these anyway. Nice place to build up a chain, I guess, because unlike some of the early areas, they don't throw in random dogs into the enemy mix to screw up your enemy chains.
But it's the same enemies that we've kind of been beating up the entire game. You think we're going to remember them?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess there will not be a chain of memories here.
No. Let's see. Now we need to go this way. If we go down that little eastern corridor, wow, that guy casts water spout. Jesus. It's like the most powerful Imperial soldier that we've seen so far. If we go down that eastern corridor, we could fight some rats. I don't know why we would want to, but we could.
Okay, so I guess this place is a rat problem.
Yeah.
Do they not get exterminators?
Do this.
And Goldmember is asking, is Ash using a bow shaped like a snake, or a snake shaped like a bow?
It's actually the burning bow, so it's kind of meant to be a flame kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
If I can get a good look at it, you can kind of see the flame pattern on it there. You can maybe see it.
Yeah, I can see it.
See, I think there's a fight in here that we can do just for fun. Yeah, there's just a random judge in here. Oh, cool. Because my enemy chain is so high, picking that loot up actually gave Balthier's shell for free.
Hooray! Now we don't have to deal with magic. Well, we still do, but...
Kind of. Okay, I guess I'll fight these enemies while I'm trying to figure out where to go.
We have to go to room 6811 west on the south side.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go around this way, I guess. Unfortunately, sometimes when I make notes for these kind of things, I'm not clear about where I need to go, because when I'm just looking at the guide, I'm not 100% sure on, like, where everything is. So I'm just like, go to this room, instead of go to this room that is on the south side of this part, which you cannot get to by just looking at stuff.
And that's why I'm here with the guide.
That is indeed why you were here, and now I should be able to access the south lift once all these guys are down again.
Room 6801 on the right also is available, which has 4 moats and barrels.
I'm not too worried about that.
Yeah, but we can skip that. Keep heading north and turn east at the first opportunity, which will lead you to the south lift terminal and take us up to the 70th floor.
Yep, like I said, we skipped floor 69, which is just kind of... They did this on purpose.
Boo!
They had to have done this on purpose. They knew exactly what they were doing.
I don't know, it's Square. Do you really think that they know what they're doing? Especially nowadays?
Ah, yes. The coolest character in the whole game. Love this guy.
My apologies. You bear not the stench of Sid's lackeys.
And you are our earlier visitor.
Yes, a valuable man, one I'd sooner not lose. Yet he knows too much.
Okay, well, we could go that way, or there's a room over here that we can go into, because it has a Technic, I believe, for Gale Toss.
Yep.
Just to have it, because I don't think I'll honestly ever use it.
You're probably using like the final battle where Gil isn't gonna matter.
Maybe, something like that, yeah. Let's go ahead and save. I don't think I'm going to bother setting up any kind of, you know, protect or any of that. Maybe haste would be worth it. Probably, but you know what? I should, however, definitely take Bosch out of the party because he has an elemental weapon. And I definitely don't want to have any elemental weapons in this next fight here.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is pretty good to be getting on with. Let's go.
And thus we come to our boss fight.
Yes. I distinctly remember this boss fight because it is very flashy and grandiose and not difficult in the slightest. I also distinctly remember this boss fight because he puts up a shield that can nullify all damage. And what it's described as in the game is it nullifies all physical and magic damage. So I said, hey, that doesn't count for quickening, so I'll just use a quickening chain. So I did like a 25 chain quickening on him. This is back on the PS2 version. And then it came out to 0 damage because he was immune. And I was like, oh my god.
What's that?
That's so stupid.
Yep.
In other news, during this battle, there are 2 one-time guaranteed treasures. With a Holy and a Hastiga moat.
Yes, both are honestly really nice, and I might just use both of them here. Because Hastiga is good, and Sid is actually weak to Holy.
A trial for a Shelia Banargan Dalmasca!
Yeah.
You lust for the stone's power.
At first I was like, wait, I don't see any holy resistance, so I guess he just takes normal damage. But then you said weakness, so I'm like, wait, guide. Oh, okay, guide, you actually had that listed. So he's like Baldur in Dad of War, immune to threats both physical and magical. But only for a limited time. Sadly, it's not on sale now.
Mm-hmm. He also has a particular ultimate attack. which only fires ahead of him in a line. So if you're standing off to the side, it just does nothing. I wonder if I should have set up Gambit's. Did he get into a weird animation thing right there? It was odd. I wonder if I should have set up Gambits to attack like lowest HP for enemies and stuff.
Maybe. And also, these fuckers like to cast Reflect on themselves to prevent you from actually using magic on them.
Yes, because the smartest thing usually when you have multiple enemies like this would be to use a big AoE magic. But no, that's not going to work with these guys. Also, what's not going to work is you casting haste on yourself, which I'm not going to allow.
Same with all those other buffs he had.
Yep. I'm going to go pick up these 2 treasure chests that you mentioned and go ahead and cast them.
Does the game allow for Gambit sets? I believe they do, because I remember seeing like there's you have like 3 slots to set up different Gambits.
Yes, this is also the ultimate attack that I was mentioning. He ended up activating it instantly right after I used that haste to come out.
I just love how, like, over the top these attacks are. Like, if this actually happened, you would have been dead.
Yeah, for sure, and it did basically nothing to me. See if I can find that holy emote that I just picked up. Yep, there it is. How much does this do? Probably not that much. I think it did maybe 5,000.
So it's more like a holy shit.
Yeah. I think in the time it took me to cast that, Vaughn would have done more damage by just attacking normally.
Probably. And yay, we killed Dr. Sid!
Nope. He has a shield.
Where was that shield during that entire battle?
Yeah, for real.
You shouldn't have.
That's the attack was the bargain bin version of Supernova, according to Goldmember.
Ashelia Benargan Dalmasca. Just how far
I
will you
love
go
Sid's
for
voice
power?
actor. At the very
Does your
least, he's got that going for him.
consume you?
Oh, for sure.
Am I right? I am, aren't I? A worthy daughter of the Dynast King. You would do well to go to
You know, I never really thought of it when I was younger, because obviously Dr. Sid is Balthier's father, but now looking at it again, like many years later, I can definitely see the resemblance.
Mm-hmm.
the reins of history back in the hands of man.
Also, the point that he is Balthier's dad, but doesn't speak to him at all.
Give chase if you
Doesn't even acknowledge him. Talks to Ash because, you know, he's got his own agenda going on.
Hate it when he does that.
Mayhaps you think me remiss, the Lady Ash of Dalmasca?
Look at this man in his pink pants.
The Sky Pirate Rethus, at your implore.
And Goldmember dropping some knowledge. Sid's voice actor in English is David Rastner, and in Japanese it is Norio Wakamoto.
Who is also the voice actor for Xemnas and Perfect Cell.
The Imperial Senate, powerless to resist House Solidor's brutal purge, was dissolved.
And considering that Bleach is kind of back, he also was the voice for Kaname Tosen.
Ah, okay.
Into its foundation. These developments were,
Too bad
to say the
Tosen's
least,
like dead at the point of Bleach that it's getting to now, but you know.
Rule of the judges,
Yeah, but at least like a lot of people who watch Bleach would remember Kaname.
Yeah.
Among its ranks.
I feel like I should point out that we're actually kind of close to the end of the game. I feel like probably at most 3 streams of this left, including this one.
To decide the doom of Ivalice would soon be upon us.
there's actually not very much left. It depends on how much extra stuff I want to do, because I'll probably do the Gilgamesh fight, because I do want to do that, and that's probably about it in terms of, like, in-game side quest stuff.
For sure. David Ressler was also brother in Final Fantasy X and Final Fantasy X-2. Interesting.
They're breaking to begin ship-to-ship maneuvers against us.
All hands, full ahead flank.
We shall make ready to repel their attacks. Counter-air. Track them as though they were the enemy.
Counter-air, to your stations.
A dispatch from Naldoa Command, Excellency. The Sky Pirate has left Arcadian airspace. He makes for Balfonheim with the Lady Ash and her party.
It is good to know the lady still lives. But what of our bid for the stone?
I also like
Wait the stone
Andorra's voice. I think some of the voice acting is, like, just impeccable in this game. Like, it's just sort of iconic for me, and that's probably nostalgia more than anything else, but I love it. And then you have Vaughn.
I will say, like, for the most part, didn't they get, like, theater, like, cast members or something for the voice actors? Because if they did, then that makes a lot of sense as to, like, why a lot of them sound really good.
Yeah.
Few are they who would fain lay down their lives for a friend, let alone a king.
I think Balthier's voice actor appeared in Final Fantasy XIV, but only during A Realm Reborn, and maybe during Final Fantasy XIV 1.0. I don't remember that. Know much about the voices for that one, but after A Realm Reborn, they changed the voice actors for basically the entire cast, for better or worse. A lot of people say they're better pretty much all around. I think some of the voices on the first cast are better in terms of FF14.
Enough power on our side, and even Vayne may see the appeal of the treaty table.
Yet Vayne holds the Nethicite. What makes you think he would treat when he holds such power? Power enough to
VAs in gaming and just media in general are weird, depending on the time, and just two, depending on the quality of work.
Yeah. It is a field of work that is woefully underrepresented and just not great for the people that work in it. And that has just gotten worse as time has gone by.
A lot of old voice acting in gaming, especially, was usually done by, like, employees of the development company, or even publisher company.
Yeah.
It's just what Vayne wants.
So, no experience at all, and you get some really weird, awkward moments because of it.
I think one of the worst is probably Tails in Sonic Heroes, where I'm pretty sure they just got, like, one of the producer's kids to come in and do the voice acting. Or something like that.
Oh no.
Giruvegan. It is told of in a song of my people.
In the meantime, the plot's basically telling us where we need to go next.
The river of time, shrouded deep in the roiling mist, the Holy Land sleeps. Giruvegan. Who knows the paths?
Giruvegan.
I wonder how far we're going to get. I feel like we're probably going to get through Giruvegan, but not quite through the dungeon after that in the stream today, because I don't want to go on too long. Dad gets off of work a little bit early today, but I also don't want to stop at 2 hours like I did last time.
Not coming with us?
If there was no voice acting, or this was like old Final Fantasy before voice acting, I'm pretty sure some people might have called it Giruvegan, to which my reply would be, so where's Giru Carnivore?
You're well informed.
I could well say the same to you, pirate.
Hurry it up, or we'll leave without you.
Ah, Vaughn. I've had some of my men check on this Feywood. Best ask what they found.
Okay. Thanks for the help, brothers.
Fly first, ask questions later. Your apprentice is more pirate than you.
I don't have an apprentice.
Keep telling yourself that, Balthier. Wait, Ash, were you just there off to the side the whole time?
Yes. Yeah, it's like, hi, I'm here too.
With more nethicite in Giruvegan. Tell me, do you still desire the stone?
I desire its power. I want, yet I also fear. I must protect Dalmasca. I can't afford to fear anything.
Do not forget Nabudis. That is my only counsel for you.
Redis is just so cool.
Mm-hmm.
It's such a great character design.
He definitely is like probably one of the smartest characters in the game.
Yeah, that's kind of a Nintendo thing, though, Goldmember, in terms of why Pokemon still doesn't have voice acting. Because we very recently only got it in Zelda, and a lot of people don't even like the voice acting in Breath of the Wild.
Mm-hmm. We got these three.
Yes, gotta be honest. When I first played this, I spent a long time staring at Elsa here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you can figure out why very easily.
The wavy hair?
Something like that.
That is true. Rickon does have the Dunban hair.
He does, yeah. He's even not wearing a shirt like Dunban.
Damn it, Dunban. Elsa has the Pyra booty shorts. I hate to agree, but yes.
Alright, so there's a couple things that we can do here in Balfenheim Port. The main thing that I want to do is find the weapons shop. I think this is... yeah, this is what I'm looking for. I also want to find the store that sells magic, and I want to find where I can buy maps. I want to do all of those things. I did so little fighting in Dracula Laboratory that I actually got basically nothing in terms of license points to be able to equip any of these new weapons.
Oh.
Although Ash can equip the Trader's Bow.
Yes, there is a foot race minigame. This is also where we can get ourselves a fishing rod.
That I am not going to do, just because it's a side quest I'm not particularly interested in, but also because I can't do much with it now anyway.
If I'm going to be perfectly honest, I've never done anything fishing related in this game.
Mm-hmm. Oh wow, all of that gear that we bought back in Arcades is already being replaced.
Hooray! I think.
I can't actually equip any of this to anyone. I'm so behind on license points, apparently. Let me grab 2 more of these from my other magic users. Can I do anything? Nope, that's not what I want. I want licenses. Let's see. Let's actually get Claymore. So Vaughn can equip that now. I think Balthier is actually good in terms of weapons because he's got the ninja sword, so that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Fran, however, I want to grab this. And also this. Actually, no, that was a waste. She's wearing magic gear anyway.
Rip. Goodbye, license points.
Oh well, not a big deal. Not much for Bosch to grab, but I guess I can get the next set of armor for him to equip.
Mm.
I guess I just skipped over the platinum armor.
I think the only non-MMO FF games to have any fishing minigame is 15 and this. Final Fantasy VI technically had a fishing minigame.
It started in 4, by what I was reading in that guide.
The guide said 6.
Was it 6?
Yeah, it said 6.
Okay. Well, I just don't know my FFs then.
Yeah, because it featured Celeste trying to save Sid on an island where you have to grab fish and feed him to get him healthy. Otherwise, he dies.
Oh, okay.
Or lives if you get him the right fish. The right fish being the ones that move very fucking fast. The problem is, it's completely RNG.
Oh, okay. Alright. So, well, I don't want to optimize, because that's going to equip the mirror mail, which I don't want. No, I don't want to equip that either. Oh, right. I needed to get those armors for Balthier. Oopsie.
Ah, well. We'll get license points anyway soon.
Yeah, it won't be so bad. Let's see. New armor for him. I can't equip those on Vaughn yet. That's fine. New stuff for Ash. Did you get a new bow? Yes, you did. Good. And new stuff for Pinello. I think that's pretty much it. Yes. Alright. That's our gear upgrades. Now I need to find the store that sells magic and the Cartographer's Guild Moogle, who I think is around here somewhere. Let's check the tavern, see if there's anything in here.
Oh yeah, always the tavern.
I believe there's an NPC in here that actually talks about a man who is known for yelling at windmills on the Sorobi Steppe, which I don't think leads to anything, but is a fun reference to the story of Don Quixote from the real world, which is always fun.
God, I remember going to see a play of that.
Okay.
Part of a high school, because I took Latin, and our Latin class was pretty small, so we kind of grouped up with the Spanish class for a field trip, and so we got to see like a play at like a school or something.
Okay.
It was fun, to say the least. Local old man yells at windmill.
That's basically it.
Yep.
Let's see, does this guy have anything worth getting? Actually, some good accessories. I've got pretty much everything I want as far as all of that goes, though. I don't think I care about gambits. Do you have any new magics available? Yes! Wow! Yes! Yes, you do! You have quite a lot of good magics available.
Yeah, very nice stuff. We got the Kiraja, we got the Blizzaga, the Sloga, and the Dark Ga.
Let's just go ahead and equip my magic users with some golden amulets here, because they're going to need a lot of license points to get those things.
Oh, for sure.
Still looking for the map Moogle.
I think he's near the exit of the port.
Cartographer's Guild. Hi. It gives us the map for the Sorobi Steppe, which is actually just beyond that crystal there, which we never have any reason to go to in terms of the story, but as mentioned, does have some of the best gear in the game if you were either patient enough to wait on the RNG or just do RNG manipulation.
Mm-hmm.
But now we can teleport back to Rabanastre and finish off the one side quest, the kitten side quest, I hope, and get our reward, which is unfortunately kind of worthless now because we were already able to buy the weapon that it gave us for free. I really hope that this is actually a thing I can advance at this point. Ah, yes, okay. So her text is finally changed. And I believe I can just go straight up here and hopefully find her in the guild hall.
Mm-hmm. And we kind of want to come here anyway to get a reward for defeating Ahriman.
Which I believe I have already picked up, actually.
Oh.
And she actually replaces the character that was here fighting in the middle of the clan. And wow, those are some high kicks, though.
This reminds me of one of those Dead or Alive commercials. I think it was for the beach volleyball game.
Oh, wow.
Which, like, why do you like this game? She kicks high.
Yes, I've already gotten the rewards from Mont Blanc, so...
Mm-hmm.
That's actually really all there is to do here. There is one side quest that I could start. Actually, no, I can't, because I need to get something from the Giza Rains first before I can start it, unfortunately.
Mm.
And it is currently the dry season and probably will be for a little while longer.
Yeah, this is pretty much the part where a ton of optional stuff kind of opens up.
Yep. Yep, it is currently the dry season. And I think the way it works now that we've advanced far enough in the game is that it will be the dry season for an hour of in-game time, and then it will be the rain for 2 hours, and then it'll just keep going from there, 1 hour, 2 hours, 1 hour, 2 hours, like that.
Huh, so maybe that's why we got so much rain recently. Here in Southern California, it doesn't rain often, but for the start of 2023, like, we're 14 days in, we've had rain for half the year already.
We started with a pretty major surplus of rain as well.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Moving on with what we actually need to do. There is... Let's see, we need to take the way south out of the jungle, I believe?
Yep, south through the Needle Break.
Mm-hmm.
And that'll take us to the Rustling Chapel.
And this is a way that we did not go when we were here before. Look at Vaughn wielding the claymore, which does not look like a very large sword. Looks about the size of some of the one-handed swords that we've gotten, so I don't really know why it needs to be a two-handed sword, but whatever.
Probably just hit stuff with it and broke off or something, I don't know.
So this is actually the first real great sword that we've gotten, because the Sword of Kings that we picked up a while back is a great sword, and it can be equipped by anyone, actually. It does not require a license, but it is generally just kind of not that good.
Unless you're playing randomizer!
Yeah, this is true.
Because if you don't have a great weapon and you find that, congratulations, all 6 of your party members have a great sword.
Mm-hmm.
That part wasn't intended. I swear.
And so these are actually fairly high-level enemies. pretty equivalent to where I'm at right now, but these are areas that you can go to the first time you come to Gallimore Jungle. It's just you don't want to. I guess technically not the first time you come to the jungle, because you've got to do the mines first.
Well, as they say, welcome to the jungle. We got fun and games.
Mm-hmm.
We got everything you want. What are we gonna play? Also, crows kind of suck, depending on the Final Fantasy game.
Yeah, these ones particularly will inflict Petrify, which is just kind of no fun.
Mm-hmm.
Fortunately, we can heal it pretty simply. This thing should be very easy to kill, because it's like level 27. It was dead before I even finished that sentence.
It's a dinosaur. It's like a dinosaur, only dire.
So now we're here in the Feywood. Normally we would have a little intro cutscene, but at one point I, entered the Feywood accidentally from the Paramina Rift, and so we don't get that intro, sadly. I am sorry to disappoint you all, but that is something that you can never get back. And I ended up doing that after about 3 hours of treasure chest grinding, and so I was not going to load that save file.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. There was just no way that I was going to do that. Let's see. Vaughn got confused, and he has a very powerful weapon equipped right now. Okay. I could go play a YouTube video of the area intro. That is a thing I could do. That is also a thing I am not going to do.
Yeah, it could be worse. You could just say, okay, I'm done playing this game, just put a playthrough of someone else playing the game.
I mean, I've mentioned before how that was a thing that I did start doing at one point on my own channel, way back when, and then that person decided they were going to speak to every NPC and spend 20 minutes on screen stealing from wolves before even starting the story. And I was like, you know what? Maybe I should have checked what was in this playthrough. Oh, okay. Well, that was a trap. Vaughn just died because there was a trap on the entry of the door there.
Don't you just love those instant death traps in the entrance?
Yeah. I have float, so I could avoid them if I knew they were there.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is one of those points where I should do that thing that I just said.
Yeah, you should cast float.
For an ether, good. I'm glad I took the time to do that. Also, Balthier just leveled up, so let's get Bosch back in the party. Ah, this wolf has its head on fire.
I mean, it is Cerberus.
Okay, that's Ash leveled up, so move Fran into the party now. Like I said, we don't really have a working mini-map here.
Ironically, even though it's like broken-ish, you can still kind of like see where you're going with it.
Yeah, it's not too hard to figure out what's going on. And the regular map works just fine.
Yeah, and I mean, it's kind of like, so why bother doing that?
I guess it's more to just show that the area is kind of corrupted, or there's like weird stuff going on.
Or is just too much mist? Also, yay, map.
Yeah, we picked up half of the map, because there is an upper and lower area to the Feywood, and we don't actually get the map for the lower area until we go to the lower area. See, it stops right there. I should probably not be doing this with Vaughn as my only healer, but you know.
If it works, it works. But if I remember correctly, there's also like an interesting enemy called the Mirror Knight around here, which, if I remember right, it can also drop the Mirror Mail, which gives you auto reflect. I think I remember like grinding the hell out of that just for fun.
Okay. Let's see. I'm trying to... that's probably what I should go for next on Vaughn, because I did have a chance to buy the Spica for guns. I should definitely pick up this for Balthier so I can up his armor. Pick up Blizzaga. Let's see, what can Bosch get now? You know what, Bosch, have Belias. I'm going to need Belias here shortly, so I may as well go ahead and grab it with someone that I'm not spending points on anything else for.
Yeah, Belias is required to actually continue on with the game.
Yes, here shortly. I'll pick up Charm. I'm not going to use it, but whatever. Let's see. Ash, I need to go pick up this magic that's down here. I already have Kiraja with Ash. Okay, I already had that license. Dispelga I should be getting pretty soon, within the next couple dungeons. I think Cleanse is also available in the next couple dungeons.
Control F failed there.
I'm just remembering off the top of my head some things that I read in the guide about certain magics that are available. Dispelga is not far ahead. There's also Reflectga not far ahead as well.
Cleanse is in the Cerobi step.
Really? Ah, okay. I do remember reading that now, actually. Cleanse, I think, is just a spell that cures disease. I think that's all it does.
I mean, useful.
Which is actually what the vials of serum do that we're picking up as well. This is one of those areas that's just kind of threatening all around. It just kind of has a threatening aura about it. Like you're in danger just by being here. Let's go ahead and use Kiraga before I take damage. Okay. I'm not worried about anything that's in that room off to the left. I kind of just want to move on because there's a boss fight just here past this next room. Alright, so we're going to start with these two in the party. We're going to cast Haste on Fran. And then we're going to cast Haste on Pinello. Come on, let me take Pinello out of the party now. And let's see. I want them to have gambits for Wind Week, which I had turned on for something else. And I guess I will also put Vaughn in the party, and what I'll probably do is I'll probably give him Runeblade and a shield, so he has a bit better survivability. Let's see, do I have anything that prevents confusion? Because that would be good for this. Yes, I do. Not everyone can equip it, though, because licenses.
Yeah, I'm gonna quote Goldmember on this one, but imagine if for every single one of these licenses your characters had to take a test to get certification to use them. Like in Xenoblade, where you go through an area where every enemy has a red level icon. That would be evil. Also, his other point. How is Vanish time magic? I don't know, what would Vanish be under if it wasn't time magic?
Probably just like a green magic, maybe?
Sure?
Okay, well, I can't really equip those items on everyone, but you know what? I'm just gonna have to deal with it.
I don't know if you heard anything that I was just saying, but I looked over to my iPad because I noticed that the light, like, it keeps turning on and then off. But I have like 20-something messages on my work Discord right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, apparently there's something wrong that's happening, but I'm like, okay, let me go contact someone higher up to actually look into it because I can't do anything about it. So, I already did it.
So there was a momentary barrier right there, which prevented us from advancing, until Ash started hallucinating.
Don't do drugs, kids.
Hey Mendez, welcome to the stream. Sorry that I missed saying that while I was away. Oh geez, we have to fight the ugly plant.
Rafflesia, or however the hell you pronounce that damn name.
Reoccurring boss from Final Fantasy in multiple cases. Oh, wow, our MP drains super quick here. It's way faster than I thought.
Yeah, I like how it says, slowly draining MP. Meanwhile, MP is just draining so quickly.
Yeah, okay, so...
it is weak to wind if you have any, like, wind weapons.
I don't think I have any weapons. Okay, Fran, you're gonna have to stop casting charge, because that's making it so I can't take you out of the party.
Well, I think she's being targeted too, so...
That might also be it.
Yeah.
Let's get both of you in the party, I guess.
Yes, Mendez, Spar is playing on Switch.
Yes, I am playing on the Switch version. Let's see, let's throw some remedies.
I don't know if I mentioned it, but my landlord, who also lives in the place, in fact her room is like right across from mine, she has a Steam Deck.
Oh, okay.
And she has a Switch, and like, one night during the week, I'm cooking dinner, and for the entirety of my dinner being cooked in the oven, so like 45 minutes to an hour, we're just standing in front of it talking about a lot of different things, including gaming.
Okay, that's cool, yeah.
Yeah, and we pretty much like agree, like getting something like a Steam Deck or even a Switch is like really good if you want to play on the go, because well, let's be honest. A lot of people nowadays are preferring to play on the go. Also kind of why, like, mobile phone gaming has taken off, even if it is filled with, microtransaction trash.
Yes. Alright, let's turn off this arrow gambit. Get people back in the party that need to level up. And turn back to the north and go recover our MP. That was not the north. It is very easy to actually, I guess, forget to do this after the boss and just have 3 characters that are basically stuck at 0 MP.
Oh yeah, for sure.
There are a couple treasure chests here, but I don't know... Ah, there are a couple of interesting things in here, huh?
A bottle of Domine something. Right, we got champagne.
I don't actually know what that does, but I saw it in the guide a couple times. That one's an X potion, that's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, and... this is the point where it's kind of hard to see anything, because not only the mini-map is obscured, but we're kind of in a snow/mist storm, so we kind of can't see very far away from us in general.
Is this secretly Pokemon? Because it's very misty out here. I'll get me coat.
Alright, there's Dispelga. I wanted to make sure I grabbed that.
Yeah, as for the future of mobile gaming, and I guess we'll just say gaming in general, mobile gaming has actually gotten better in terms of quality compared to like how it started, although at the same time it's also regressing because we're seeing a lot of stupid ads for dumb looking games that some of them are actually real. Right now we're kind of in the middle, and something does have to be done, but will something be done? Probably not.
No, probably not. See, I'm kind of at a point where I don't really know what to pick up with Balthier, because there's not really much that benefits him, I guess. I guess I could grab this. This would be good to grab, so I have someone else that can use Kiraja. So I guess I'll get that once I get license points. I should pick up this so Fran can use Bubble. Bosch is another one that I don't really have much that I can really grab on him, because I kind of have everything that I can really use at the moment.
Could always go for some of the passive stuff that improves his damage and all that.
I have pretty much all of that that's worth getting that I can reach right now. Like all the battle lores and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure I have basically all of them. I suppose I could go this way and grab these magic lores. That's a worthwhile way to spend my points, I suppose.
Does he use magic often for you, or?
He doesn't, but if he's equipped with a katana, then that's based off magic damage.
True.
Which currently he is not equipped with one, but the next katana I get, I think, would be a good upgrade for him. Why did they put this white magic all the way up here? So far away from the rest of the other white magics. That's strange.
Why the hell not? Though it is Renew, and Renew is one of the more powerful quote-unquote spells, so... Gotta make it hard to get.
I guess. Pick up this for Vanishka. I think that's good for licenses for right now. Were those things just T-posing for a second? Was that what that was?
Apparently?
It kind of looked like a mantis version of T-posing.
Speaking of T-posing, did you happen to hear about a recent find for Shadow the Hedgehog?
Oh, in one of the reflections, his model is T-posing? Yeah.
Yes! It is CGI cutscene.
Oh look, another golden amulet, because I didn't already have 3, apparently.
Well, hey, you can give it for the backline now.
Oh, let's see, there was... Yes, this right here, this is what I'm looking for. This is where we get the rest of the map for the Feywood.
Oh, I thought you meant the Basilisk, because you were focusing on killing it.
No, it happened to be there.
Meanwhile, I just kind of looked at the Discord, and Discord's talking about the Persona or Atlas thing regarding Persona 3 Portable and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, it's they're not full-on restricting streaming it, the third half of the game and all that. It's more put a spoiler warning and a copyright mark or something.
Nope, don't care. Especially not for games that are 15 years old.
Yep. It's okay, at this point, Atlas, just stop.
Is there anything in here? No, I don't think there's anything in here to care about. So what we need to do, once these enemies are out of the way...
Oh god, I remember this part. This part sucks. And you know what? I should probably be looking at the guide more for this part.
I don't need a guide for this.
Oh, okay. Then I should look at it for my own sake.
Basically, we're looking for this. Whenever we see an illusion, that is the direction in which we must run.
Mm.
The problem, of course, is if you happen to run into any enemies on the way, you can get kind of turned around or end up going the wrong way, but as long as you don't turn your camera, you should be fine, and Jesus, Vaughn almost got destroyed by that attack.
Well, it is a behemoth.
Yeah. There we go. That's what we're looking for. And if you don't follow the illusions, basically, and you try to go through the zone transition, you end up back where you started.
Mm.
It just kind of doesn't work.
Yeah, at least it's kind of easy. Wow, cannibalism.
Yes, and it actually raised it up to a level 52 enemy by doing that.
Granted, that's not the first time that can happen in the game. The dinosaur in the Damaska Esther Sands could do that on the wolves.
Mm-hmm. I think there's actually another shrine that I have to go to first in order to start this. That one that I was at a second ago was not the correct place to be starting. That's why none of the illusions were appearing. Ah, okay. Well, these things are pretty high level, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I guess the game expected me to be fighting a lot more than what I did throughout all of this. There are some interesting treasures to grab here, which I might take the time to go get, actually. Let's get Pinello in the party so we have an actual healer. new greatsword. I need to go grab the license for that now, which I probably can't afford. Let's see. Somewhere out in the middle of this is the Reflectica magic.
Also, damn it, Spartan, now I got Bonnie Tyler's Total Eclipse of the Heart stuck in my head.
Okay.
Because you said turn around earlier, and it just made me think of, like, the song.
Oh, alright.
And it also reminded me of a video I just watched yesterday, where a family was, like, playing music loud, and the song was playing, and one of the dogs thought it was a command, so they actually turned around.
Oh.
That's funny and adorable at the same time.
Yep, there's Reflectica. Okay. Oh boy. Oh boy.
That's a dinosaur.
That is a sort of invisible dinosaur. I guess it was a rare monster. It wasn't actually as threatening as I thought it would be, though. Okay. Now I believe we can start chasing the illusion path. See, I'm going to assume it was pointing to this one. I think there was two that was kind of very near each other.
So apparently it's just a normal enemy. It's not a rare one, but you have to kill it if you want to spawn a rare enemy.
Okay.
And the rare enemy is a Behemoth King.
Ah, okay. How about we not do that?
Yeah, so don't leave the area. Apparently the Behemoth King actually won't spawn. The hunt becomes available after most of the marks up to Fafnir have been vanquished. Spoilers.
Okay, this is where we need to summon Belias. The only time in which the game actually requires you to do a summoning.
Yep. Also, apparently, the Behemoth King is actually hinted in Jahara.
Oh, okay.
One of the Gareth gatekeepers will tell how his grandfather told him a tale of a forest south of Jahara, where the mist runs thick, and that there lives a great worm of earth. As the Feyward is the only forest located south of Jahara and is overfilled with mist, the Behemoth King fits the description. Interesting how they actually put in rare elite marks into the story. Sort of.
Sort of.
It could just be speculation for all we know, but if it isn't, then that's pretty interesting.
Mm-hmm. And now we have reached the ancient city of Giruvegan. Which holds a lot of secrets for the world, and probably not a lot in terms of gear, I would guess. From what I'm looking here, there's not a whole lot of stuff.
There is a bit of interesting stuff, like we can get the Sleep God magic, we can get an Aegis shield.
Mm-hmm. We can get another Amber Armlet, which I'm pretty sure I already have some, and another one of the Domain Calvados that we picked up back in the room where we fought the Reflegia.
Do not worry, I will behave myself. The mist here is cooled. I sense something like the shadow here.
Venar. It appears Sid has yet to arrive. We'll lie in wait for him here.
So we're not going inside?
Bran is sensing the shadow, the true
Unless you want to
self.
end up twisted. Like the old man. Something there.
Oh boy. Ash is seeing things again.
Dang it, Ash. See, this is why you're supposed to blink.
In times like this, we remember the wise words of Edna Mode.
Let's follow her.
No capes!
What about ghost capes? I mean, you say no capes, but let's be honest. Terra in his lingering well armor looks better with the cape.
Absolutely, yes. Yeah, Fran seems like a good choice. Let's put black belts on everyone.
Yeah, because we are about to fight a boss fight.
Yes. Do we get a save point first? I don't think so.
Yes, we should have one.
Ah, yes we do. There's a teleport crystal. Good.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so... Penelo. Time to haste up. This is worth setting up for pretty much any fight.
Mm-hmm.
And that little thing I did of pulling Penelo out of the party and adding her back in just means I can basically have her use the next spell quicker.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to wait for the animation and all that to end. Some of that haste time is taken up by running over to this thing, but whatever, it's fine.
It's worth it.
Mm-hmm.
Though I will say, be prepared to cast a spell.
Yes, thank you for reminding me.
I believe Vaughn is your only gun user.
Yes.
And he's not actually using guns. If he was, then I would say you could use Silent Shot to silence him, since he is susceptible to it.
Mm-hmm.
Which would help with stopping him from recasting a certain fast spell and then a certain dark magic spell.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we have the Headless Warrior, Daedalus. Sadly, his support of Icarus is not here.
Get that dispel going.
Flew away.
See, can anyone cast Silence, actually? I can cast Bio? Interesting. I didn't realize I had that. I'm not entirely sure it was worth it. Oh, that hurt. Oh, well, Vaughn died again and was resurrected.
Fran on point with the Phoenix down throws.
Yes, I think this is the point in which we use Quickenings. Because he is kind of destroying me.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the game expected me to do more grinding. Like fighting to get to this point. I don't think the guide has a recommended level, but it does list the level the bosses are at.
Yeah, the boss is level 42.
I'm 39, so I'm a little bit low.
Depending.
I think I should be able to finish it with this set of Quickenings, though.
I mean, to be fair, the Rafflesia was level 43.
Yeah, but that just kind of doesn't really have anything threatening going on. I also tore down half of its health with arrow.
True. I guess if we want an actual boss, then. So it was level 40.
Yeah. Yeah, I was pretty much on par with Sid. The game expected me to spend more time in the Feywood fighting stuff, I imagine. Yeah, that was enough. Just those few quickenings was plenty. Alright, that wasn't too bad, other than Vaughn dying multiple times. Oops, I was meant to steal from him. Because he has a rare item available as part of his steals. Oh well. Is this the one that takes me backwards? I think so. Because I want to go back to the teleport crystal. And now we're going to head into the actual ancient city of Gyrovagan. You still there, Axel?
Yeah, I'm still here. Sorry, my PC's like acting up right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, do what you need to, mate. You think that's a speedy run, Kuro? Let me turn on 4 times speed for you, and you can see actually how fast we can go. We go zooming. Well, there's no reason to get the Switch version over any other version of Zodiac Age, because all versions have the speed up function. Originally, the Switch version was one of the only versions that had the ability to change classes, but that has since been added to all versions as well. So there's pretty much no reason to go for any one version over another. Although generally, like, if your PC can run it, you're probably best going for, like, the PC version, just for, you know, graphical quality.
Yeah, PC version, always usually the best version, especially because, well, mods exist!
I don't actually know much about what kind of mods there are for this game.
I have to look. Oh, I know, like, there are some, like, rebalance mods for sure. Jeez, now I'm actually curious. I don't want Final Fantasy 13 mods, I want Final Fantasy 12 mods. Google auto-correcting it to go to Final Fantasy 13 for some reason.
Alright, that's interesting.
I go to Nexus mods, and one of the latest mods that popped up was bigger female characters.
Bigger how?
Increases chest and lower body size of the female characters. Modders, why?
I mean, like, I get it.
Yeah.
But not that kind of butt.
Oh, here's a model and texture mod for Bosch. Bloodlust Bosch. Have you ever wondered what a murderous bloodlust Bosch wielding a katana and chopping monsters would look like? Me too! And it's just regular Bosch, except he's covered in blood.
Okay.
Is this really what the modding community has just been working on for Final Fantasy XII? Come on.
But why?
Final Fantasy XII Hardcore Enemies. A simple mod for players looking for a vanilla experience with stronger enemies. In general, bosses have 4 times the amount of HP and everything else has 2 times. Why?
But why? Why would you want that?
Everything, including bosses, has 25% strength and magic, 20% defense and magic resist, and more. Why? That's not hardcore, that's just stupid!
That sounds awful.
Okay, this one actually seems like a legit mod that would actually probably be decent. Final Fantasy XII Tactics Reborn. The mod is an alternative version of the Struggle for Freedom mod, which changes jobs, magics, techniques, and license boards inspired by Final Fantasy Tactics from 1997. That sounds like an actual decent mod. Oh my god. Okay, so we had bigger females. Now we have Vaughn hits the gym or injects oil into his arms.
Okay.
Did you ever want Vaughn to have arms like those guys that inject oil into muscles? Neither did I, but here's a mod that does just that.
Okay.
Why?
These are certainly things that exist for some reason.
Yeah, but oh no, I don't want to know what this one is. Oh. There's one for Redis.
Okay.
Age-appropriate Redis. Makes Redis look like the 33-year-old he is, instead of 60.
Okay, yeah.
Which, I don't like it. I like his look.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't realize that he was only 30, so that's certainly something.
Mm-hmm.
I almost missed this back here. By the way, welcome to Gear of Vagan. This is what it looks like. Also, the enemies here are kind of annoying, in all honesty. Probably not as annoying as they are if you come back here, because I think if you actually come back here after finishing the dungeon, this area is filled with, like, Marlboros and such. Oh, no, they're right here. Fuck. And they're called Vivians. Well, damn. Oh, my, okay. Fran got hit by all of that. Thank you, Remedy Lores.
Alright, here's a mod I would actually be okay with. All the chests. Makes every chest spawn 100% of the time and removes skill chance at some late game farmables.
Good, yes.
Or enhanced clothing, a collection of subtle updates that enhance the party's clothing colors and textures, as well as an enhanced face texture party pack.
Yeah, like that's good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I ended up spending a little bit of time grabbing some of the treasure chests in the Cedar Uplands, where, as you might remember, a lot of the chance for getting stuff is reduced. Pretty drastically. And I ended up doing pretty well in a lot of this stuff, because even with the lower drop rates, I was getting gear pretty easily. But the times in which I was not getting my gear, you end up getting like 20 gil. If the chest even spawns at all, which is less than half the time.
Yeah.
It's really terrible at that point, because you're spending so much time going after the chest, and if it does spawn, you're probably getting basically nothing. Because if you were at least getting like a couple 100 gil or something, like that would probably be worthwhile. But getting like 4 gil or 20 gil or something, that's just a waste of everyone's time.
Yeah, like maybe in like the super early game that'd be fine, but no, even then. Oh god, I think I found I found a mod that I think you would use if you had this on Steam.
Okay. Well, I do have it on Steam, but I'm not playing it on there.
Oh right. The Fran Lingerie Armor Recolor Pack.
Okay.
Because I know that you like Fran.
I mean, yeah?
Oh hey, it's a Final Fantasy XII randomizer.
There's just one for the PC version?
There's technically two. One of them, I believe I mentioned them before, but one of them is like a more open world experience. The other one you play through the story, but it does randomize a lot of things, like the treasure shops, even the music and enemies apparently.
Okay.
Which I never messed with the enemy one. Ooh. Zodiac Sphere, so it kind of turns the license board to be more like the Final Fantasy X Sphere Grid.
Oh, okay. I don't know about that. Mostly because I never played 10.
The Zodiac Party Editor. Now you can play as whoever and whenever you want.
What does that mean? Because there's only a small portion of the game in which you don't have your whole party.
Well, you could pretty much turn your entire party into, like, the judges.
Oh, that's what it means. Okay.
Yeah, or you could turn them into Yasmet.
Alright, I'm sure the game is going to crash if you do that.
Well, apparently, I don't think it does, because the person is using either Yasmet or, like, a Hellworm or something. I don't know. Well, it has to be Yasmet. But they're in, Oh, where the hell is this location, actually? I want to say that it's Giza Plains. You know what? I am going to drop the picture to you.
How do I... Chronos tier? Yes.
Oh my god, you can even play as Gilgamesh.
Yeah, that is Giza during the range. You can see the sunstone on the right side there.
Yeah, apparently they did all the pictures in Giza.
Okay.
Crap, I might have to download this mod.
I'm gonna head back up this way because there's a piece of gear that I can grab if I go back up.
There's an enemy that drops ribbon in this game that has a 1 in 256 chance to spawn. When it does spawn, it still has a chance to not drop ribbon. Yeah.
Drop rates in this game are just kind of a mess.
They're silly.
For a lot of things, so having a mod that can kind of simplify a lot of that is just kind of a good idea. Judging by how long this session has gone so far, I have a feeling that when we get to the end of this dungeon is where I'm going to be stopping this one, because the next dungeon can take a while.
Oh yeah.
And like I said, I don't want to go on too long because my dad does get off of work early today. Oh, okay, so the Aegis shield is for magic evade. Alright, I will keep that in mind. Also, I definitely forgot that I needed to go for the defender for Vaughn. Assuming that I can? Yes, there it is. Okay. Okay, almost there. Not too far away.
Soon.
Brawler is pointless. I guess I can start grabbing some of these things to help Balthier with MP, since he can cast Kiraja now. Increase magic lures. Just to help that Kiraja be actually worth casting.
Okay, I got a little bit concerned about this mod, because it says chest tweaks. I'm like, oh god, consider some of the mods here. But, no, let's talk about the treasure chest.
Ah, okay.
A mod that takes the randomness out of the chest system. You're gonna farm that chest until you got the equipment anyway, right? Tired of running through an area at random and constantly getting guild from chests? Look no further.
Okay. I mean, yeah, that's good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I should be picking up these HP increases for Ash.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I don't know why I haven't gone for these.
I mean, has she been dying?
No, but she probably will, since she's my white mage. Although I might change jobs on everyone before the next session, just to mix things up a little bit, because I think I've got a few things from that thing I asked for early in the playthrough that I haven't done yet.
Anytime someone says white mages, I just think of that old comic. The one that goes, "For white mages, it'll never work," referring to, like, the first Final Fantasy game.
Oh.
And yet people have done that.
Mm-hmm. It's a very common thing in Final Fantasy XIV to do all healer runs or all DPS runs of certain raids. Just because you can.
Or just Final Fantasy in general for, like, challenge runs like that. I feel like I mentioned it before, but Final Fantasy X is very customizable with its challenge runs. I know Final Fantasy V has also had quite a lot of challenge runs. Not just like the 4-job fiesta that happens every summer where you just get rolled 4 random jobs from a bot, but there was one person who actually did a single character challenge with every single job in the game. And managed to beat the game with all of them except for one.
What's that?
Berserker.
Okay.
Because Berserker, you can't heal, you can't really do any commands, so you have to just hope that luck is in your favor. And the final boss has 4 targets that has like 55,000 HP each. Yeah, even with like the best possible equipment you are able to use, you're not winning that. Oh, no, okay, specifically, it's possible, but do you want to run 200 instances of an emulator over and over and over ago with a Lua program or something to get that one possible chance? No. It also doesn't help that in that kind of a challenge, like Berserker single character, the guy had to level up to level 80 for a early game boss because it was impossible to win otherwise. Yeah, leveling is a huge factor in your damage, and the problem is the boss was designed very badly.
Sometimes I kind of have to just guess where the magic pathway is going to appear.
I never noticed it before, but there's also like the little lights at the very bottom too.
Yeah. That is our next dungeon, that thing right there. Which we're going to get into the entrance of and probably stop for today. Because, like I said, it's going to take a while.
I can't shake the feeling we're somewhere we're not meant to be.
Yeah, it's exciting.
Exciting?
You are not troubled by the
Yo, I hate that dungeon that says "Let's go, Shuckles."
We may encounter the very creators of the site.
I don't blame them.
Yeah, I don't know what we'll find. I like it better that way.
It is a pretty stupid dungeon. Although, if I recall correctly, one of the super bosses is also located there.
2, if you count Ultima. If you count Ultima as a super boss.
Then who's the other one?
Because Ultima and the Omega Weapon Mark 12, I think, are both there. Also, some of the best weapons and gear in the game can be found in that dungeon, just in areas that we can't go to yet. Did I, just not write down anything for this room? Huh. Alright. I guess I'm just wandering blindly until I find the right way. There are 3 chests that are guaranteed to always have the same things. Every time you come here. One that was back there, that elixir. There's one right here with the amber armlet. And if we cross over to this side... Whoopsie. Not there. Here. This is the other one, which has one of the Domain Calvados. For whatever reason. I don't actually know what those do. So this room is actually a lot less confusing than I thought it was going to be. Actually pretty straightforward. As you can probably tell, we have a boss fight coming up. Let's see. I want Vaughn and Fran and Pinello, but I want Vaughn to be equipped with... I wonder if Ice Brand is worth the drop in damage for the ice weakness.
Ooh, that's a bit of a attack power dip. It could be worth it though.
I'll see. I'll see how it does. Probably I'm going to be doing tons of damage with Blizzaga anyway. So, we'll see how that goes. Let's go Battle Harness for you. You need to not be silenced, I guess. I don't think any of this particularly matters that much. Yeah, let's go with that for now. Nope. Gambits is what I want. Fran needs Ice Weak. Blizzaga. And let's set one up for Pinello, even though she can't use Blizzaga. She can still use Blizzara, which is going to be good. Make sure I turned that on.
Doing a quick look at the guide, it does say save casting Blizzaga until its health is a bit lower, so you don't run out of MP.
I'm going to cast it how I want to.
Which I am okay with. I'm just saying what the guide says. It's up to you.
Yep, I know. I know what the guide says.
That guide isn't going to stop me because I can't read. I mean, technically, you can't read the guide right now because you're playing.
Right, yeah. And you know what? I'm going to cast Berserk on Vaughn.
Oh. Oh, that does remind me. There was a mod I meant to mention. It increases the duration of buffs with the exception of Berserk. Which, interesting.
Oh, I can't control Vaughn anymore. I have to switch over to Fran.
Yeah, the one downside about Berserk, you can't actually move them.
Yeah, you can't move them at all. It's not just that you can't control them in battle, you can't even move them.
Mm-hmm. Like, it would make sense if you could move them out of battle, but in battle, you lose all control. Also, yay, no technics.
Yeah, we can't use technics here. Which is fine, honestly. Really not that big of a deal.
Also, can I just say it's weird? This thing is weak to ice, but it casts ice?
Yeah, that is a little strange.
Although, if you had those mirror mails, you could be reflecting all that back at him and just kill him.
This is true, but it also doesn't matter because he's dead.
It's like dragon types in Pokemon. It's weak to ice, but it can also learn ice.
Remember how I said I didn't want this part to be only 2 hours long? It's looking like it's only going to be about 2 hours long.
It's 2 hours and 15 minutes long.
Well, we started late, and then we had the false start because of Jules, so... Yeah, I think it's going to be about 2 hours. Vaughn... That's not... Vaughn, you can't just stick a sword into whatever this floor is. That's not how it works.
Well, apparently it is.
I guess.
But what's more worse is how it looks like the sword is going through his foot.
Can I dispel Berserk? Yes, I can.
Yeah.
Let's put the Claymore back on. Actually, I can, before we stop, actually grab the license for Defender and equip that so I can show it off. Yeah, that kind of looks more like a great sword than the other one did.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, let's make our way into the Great Crystal. Alright. I don't actually think there's a save point anywhere around here, but that's fine because I can go back to one. But this is where I'm going to call it for now because, again, this dungeon's going to take a while. I don't want to go on too long. I've said all this a bunch of times, yada yada yada. Thank you all for watching. Tune in later this week, or next week, this coming week, Wednesday, I believe. If you guys remember, I started a poll for everyone to vote on what the next game for the Spars Casual Corner streams will be, and I haven't actually checked the results today, but it was kind of a landslide victory, so I'm going to assume it's the same. But I am going to double check just to be sure. Allow me to load up the page real quick so I can make sure that I say the right thing and don't just utter some kind of bullshit lie live on the internet.
What? People lie on the internet? How is that possible?
Yes, the results of the Casual Corner vote stream are Pokemon Emerald with 16 votes, Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm with 10 votes, Metroid Prime with 8 votes, and Super Mario Galaxy 2 with 7 votes. So, I hope you guys are looking forward to seeing a Pokemon Emerald Randomizer Nuzlocke this Wednesday, and then I'm probably going to go through those other games in order from then on for the casual streams. So I hope you guys look forward to that. Next week, Axel will be back with more randomizer goodness, I assume. Do you have any idea what's planned for that?
I haven't fully decided, but if I had to choose, there's a couple options. Super Mario RPG. I had another one. I already forgot already.
Well, we'll talk about that later on during the week. Check out the HFC Discord for announcements and updates on what's coming, and we hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you next time.
Peace.